that part, and own the fact that you're giving the people the opportunity, right? Own that fact, and don't be afraid to ask for the sale. Being afraid of it to ask for the sale is kind of like the same thing of being afraid to ask a girl out. You know what I mean? It's like it's afraid of rejection almost. And it's like, I want to say it, but now I'm trying to be now I'm being friends with them, and now I feel bad about selling them. That means that what you're selling them is you're not serving them. You know what I mean? Like if you're selling someone something that they shouldn't buy, that you wouldn't sell to your mom, I get that, because you're taking advantage of somebody. But if you're giving someone an opportunity to change your life, it's like, dude, awesome. When are you ready to get started? I can't wait to help you freaking crush it. You can be talking to them as a that's what I would say to my buddy. You know what I mean? Like, whether you're talking to them with a friend, it's not even like asking them to sale. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, it's like, oh, I really like this part. Awesome, man. I like that too, dude. And that's same thing that I thought when I first thought, if it is, or whatever, right? Same thing I thought. I really love that too. That's why I wanted to get started. Or you gave me all this info. It's like, you said you wanted to go all this. That's awesome, right? When are you ready to get started? I'm pumped to help you crush your goals this year and really help you crank it out, right?
So when they ask you, like, how much money is this going to cost me? How do you frame that when they say that? Do you say, if I'm on the phone with somebody, and because that question is almost every time, how much money is this going to cost me?
Okay, this is before they bought on the front end?
Yeah.
Okay, so they ask you how much money this is going to cost you. It's really like, I don't know if that's in the coaching process still, but it's like, really, it all depends on you. Do you want to make money fast, or do you want to make money slow? Right? You can get started with just $99 and just earn 30% commission and do that if you want to, and you can make money doing that, right? If that's what you want to be able to do. We have other packages that you're able to, we have other offers that we go out and promote that allow you to earn higher ticket commissions that you're able to do, that you'll see inside of the community, right? Where you're able to make a lot more. Like when you see people making $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month, they're not doing it off 30%, like $30 commissions, right? So do you want to make money fast, or want to make money slow? Well, everyone's going to say they want to make money fast. You know what I mean? And it's just like, when you look at it, it's like I never end up, so before they watch the webinar, I don't really say anything about an addict, don't say anything about the product packages, don't say anything about anything like that, right? I tell them up front, and I'll tell them this is a business, right? There are going to be other investments. There's going to be other income generating offers that we promote that you have the ability to take advantage of. You don't have to. I'd highly recommend it, right? But you have the ability to go do it, all of that. But you got to think about this. This isn't a job. This isn't you coming in and putting X amount of hours in, you make X amount of dollars, right? This is a business, right? You go to start a McDonald's, how much is it going to cost you? I don't know, $1 million, right? And then you're going to spend more on employees and rent and all of this. And I'm going to tell you one thing right now, it's not going to cost you anywhere close to $1 million. And it's like, average business takes 5 years to get into profit or something like that, something ridiculous, if they don't fail, because I think 95% of businesses fail within the first 5 years, right? We're seeing people get if you're willing to put in the work, we're seeing people get results a lot faster than that. It's like when I'm talking with people, and like, how much is it going to get started? It'd be like, well, how much are you looking to make per month, right? What's your dream? How much are you willing to make, or looking to make a month? I don't know, just an extra couple grand, or $5 grand a month, or 10 grand a month. What would it be worth to you if you could create an income? You could travel. You could do it from anywhere you want in your laptop, right? You could do it anywhere in the world, and you could make 10,000. You can make 1,000 a month. You can make 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. It was all based on you, but you could do it anywhere in the world. You get to the point of making 10,000, 20,000, $50,000 a month. Like, how much is that worth to you? You know what I mean? Does it really matter? Is the money part, is that the part that matters a lot, right? It's like, you start looking at, I use the objection of or not the objection, but I use the, when I'll talk about schooling a lot. Did you go to school? Yeah. Or no, right? Whatever they say. Yeah, I went to school. How much did you pay? 80 grand, 40 grand, 100 grand. Wow, and how much do you make now? Nothing. I didn't even get the job out of there. I'm like, whoa, dude, you got scammed. Or they, they didn't go to school, Well, I have buddies that have spent 40, 50, 60 grand, you know, they think they go, I want to go to school, and they get out and they get nothing. You're not going to spend 40, 50, 60 grand anywhere close to what you would spend on that, right? And I can map out a plan to let you want to make 10 grand a month, you want to be able to do this, you want to do whatever. We have people inside of our community, so like you're not at that point right now. It's like we have people inside of our community that you'll be able to get to meet, on live webinars with, that are doing 10, 20, 50, $100,000 a month that you get to learn from. You have a community of people that's always there to support you. You have this, you know, you're always got team calls where you can ask questions. You got 7,000 people in that group. You've got to ask questions when it's not on a live call. You have everything that you possibly need, right? And when you said, when I asked you what's going on in your life right now that has you wanting to start an online business, you said that you didn't like your job, you were working way too many hours, it wasn't giving you enough money to be able to do the things that you wanted, and so you're looking for something that's going to be able to help support and give you that, like give you more financial freedom and more time freedom as well. Is that correct? Yes. Okay, awesome. Well, if I can show you how to do that, like this is the thing, is that like you can make money fast or you make money slow, right? And so you can go through and just like dabble and stick your toe in and see if it all works. But it's like, when I find something that I really want to do, and I don't even care, like if I don't have the money, like when I didn't have the money when I first started. Did you have the money when you first started?
No.
Right?
I found it though.
Exactly, right? I didn't at all, right? So really it doesn't matter, like it doesn't matter what the cost was, whether it was, you know, 1,000 or 10,000, like you were going to find the money to do it. The money wasn't the issue. The issue is they're not confident enough in themselves, or they don't think that maybe they can do it, or whatever it may be, whatever limiting belief is going on inside of there, right? And so when you're the objection of like how much does it cost, it's like, dude, you can get started for $99 and earn 30% commission, and if that's all you want to do, you can get started there, right? There's other ways to be able to earn income as well, and you'll see those inside of the coaching process, and you have the ability to take advantage of them, and you'll get that there. The big thing is that the coaching process is framed in a very, very specific way. And if you start trying to explain what we explained there in different orders, it doesn't work out, and they get objections or whatever, and they'll get through it. So you want to try and not say anything that's in that coaching process and let them go through it in that way so that they're getting out and they're selling themselves on why they want to join, right? That's the other thing too, is like you almost want to have people sell you. It's like, why should I work with you? You know what I mean? That was a good question that I would ask people too. Is like, you know, what's going on in your online business or life? Why don't you start an online business? Well, this, right? Okay, cool. Well, what is one good reason that I should, you know, spend the time, effort, and energy to help you build an online business? Why should I take time out of my day to go out and help you and work with you? Well, I'm a hard worker and I'll do this and I'll do that. Well, dude, I hear people say that all the time, that they're a hard worker, that they're willing to put in the work, and then they do nothing, right? So saying one thing is completely different than actually doing something. I can help you do all of that stuff, but when are you ready to get started? Okay, dude, okay, I'm ready to go down. You know what I mean? Like it's a totally different thing. It's like why they should be selling you on why you should let them work with you. You know what I mean? I said all the time, I don't work with everyone. And I don't. And I've turned people away. I've had people with trifecta forms I've turned away. Ready to go, like $3,000, ready in my bank, like, and I've turned them away. Not because I don't want the money. I would love them, you know, it's great. Right? That's not the point. If I see someone that's like negative, complaining, whining, bitching, giving me all these issues, it costs me more money to take the $3,000 and have the stress of dealing with that person and listening to them than it does to just let them go and, you know, I'm sorry, I just can't work with you. So I can legitimately say that to someone. You know, I don't work with everyone. Give me one good reason why I should work with you, right? Because I have a lot of people that message me a lot. I have a lot of people that want me to work with them, right? But, you know, let me know one good reason why I should work with you, right? And put it on them. Now let them sell you. You know, oh, dude, I'm a hard worker. I'll do everything. Like now, all of a sudden, the script's flipped, right?
That's going to happen tomorrow.
Oh, it is. It is. I would just always go and go with the intention, dude. It's like you're already you're getting tons of leads already. You're getting so many in that you're having so many people message you and do all this stuff that like it's like you got an endless lead flow. Now it's just having the confidence and stance to go through, not take people's excuses, right? And if they give you excuse, and that's, some people are like that, stop talking to them. Be like, I'm sorry, man, like, you can make excuses or you can create success. It's up to you, dude, but I can't, like, I'm not the, someone's asking a question here, but you're the one with the power, like, you're the one giving them the opportunity and going with that and take that stance. And it's like, all of a sudden when you go in with that and you're like, I'm the authority, I'm the one giving them the opportunity, and I know that I can, it's like you could be saying the same thing that you were saying and talking them out of the sale, but like the fluctuation in your voice is different. The way that you're saying the things are different. You're saying it in a confident way. You know what I mean? And it's a different way when you're going in with that intention of like, you know, you're giving them an opportunity, right? And you're the one giving them the opportunity, not the other way around. And positioning yourself as an authority where they need to sell you on why you should work with them. And if you make a date or you make a time or something that they show up, it's, you let them know, if you don't show up, this is the last conversation we have. And it's not to be a dick. It's just, I want to respect all of our time. And if you're going to do that, like, I have a lot of people that want my help, and I can't take that time away from them to come to you if you're going to waste my time. So if you're serious, you want to do this, and it's going to be this time, is that fair? Oh, I always say that as well. Is that fair? Just to make sure that they go, yes, okay, that's fair. Awesome. Okay, I'll be looking forward to our chat when we go there, right? And if they're not there, don't message them. Don't message them back, because there's way more people messaging you that will message you back, that will call you at that time, that will be ready, right? Don't get attached too much to like one person or one conversation or you know, and don't get into too long of a conversation there. Try not to explain too much. It's always like, let a lot of the marketing material do like, and even a condensed version. I think Carlson put together like a little condensed version of the webinar. We're going to be rolling out a couple other ones as well, like shorter ones that you can start shooting over, so that like, all right, you know, what's going on in your life right now? Well, this, awesome. So if I can show you how to do that, we actually do a webinar that shows you how you can create a life where you can get out of your job, do whatever those things that they gave you. Awesome. Then you send them over that info. Would you like to bet? Like, it's a very short conversation. Don't get sucked into too much of the other stuff. If they ask you a question, be like, hey, dude, like, well, how does it all work? Or how does this stuff? Well, hey, I'll make you a deal. I'll jump on a call with you. But first, to make sure that we make the call the most effective, make sure you go through this information first, right? So you can get all the information. Then you can tell me your favorite part, and we can map out a game plan for you. How about that? You know? And it's you know, well, how does this work? Check out the video, and it'll explain all of that. Well, what do you guys do? Pretty much every question can be answered with watch the video a lot of the times. And it's just like, the more you try to explain it, like once they ask a question, you answer it, you've opened up the ability for them to sit there and just go question, 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 and it goes nowhere and they buy nothing. You know, and it's like, fuck, what I just said, you're answering all these questions. I want to rip my hair out, you know, like, and so whenever they do that, whenever they ask a lot of the questions, a lot of times is like flipping it back on them even too. The person who's asking them questions is controlling the conversation, right? So they ask, well, how does this all work? Or if they send you a message like, I want to figure out what's going on. Be like, hey, what's up, Corey? So if you want, thanks for reaching out. Love to explain exactly how we do everything that we do. But before I do that, I'd love to just get to know you a little bit and figure out what's going on in your life right now that has you wanting to start an online business. I didn't even answer his question, right? But now I flipped it on him. Now I have control of the conversation, right? And now he's giving me everything. Okay, oh, you want to do this, 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 and this? Awesome. And it's that whole process. Great. I have the perfect solution for you, dude. Quickly, like, watch this video right away, get back to me, and I'll show you exactly how to get set up, and tell me your favorite part about it. When can you watch the video? And do it on a voice message too, so that you're enthusiastic. You're like, dude, oh man, I have the perfect solution for you, bro. Like, just, yeah, I have actually a replay that can explain all of this stuff. How fast do you think you can watch it? Well, dude, I can watch it now, or oh, I can watch it by this time. Awesome. Well, watch it. I'll chat after that, and tell me your favorite part about it. And then I'm really looking forward to helping you crush it, dude. It's always like it's just a different little. You know, and it can be hard at first too to be like more enthusiastic and stuff like that. But it's something that like your audience or your prospect or whoever, they're gonna model how you are. right? And if you were running a successful, but again, getting to the point of like, if you were a $10,000 a month earner running a successful business, doing all this stuff, you'd be fucking pumped up and excited too, right? And so it's like when you start acting that excited and stuff, when you talk to people, that's contagious. You know what I mean? Like, I live a fucking crazy life, so it's very easy for me to do that and be like that, right? But it's like, I didn't get there. I didn't start becoming like that, and then, or like I didn't get the life, and then all of a sudden I was enthusiastic and excited about my life. You know what I mean? And then excited when I talked to prospects, and excited when I explained my business. I was pumped up to explain my business when I had no dollars. I made nothing. I was just pumped, and people could tell that, and they get excited because they hear you talk, right? And they're gonna feed off your energy, right? Because it really, when you look at it, like, this is fucking crazy. I made this place 3 years ago. This place has cost more than I made, like double what I made a month at the butcher shop. I could never possibly fathom or imagine that I could possibly do something like this. And everyone has the ability to be able to not only like have a beautiful place, nice cars, have the time freedom to get out of their job and spend time with their family, travel around the world, do whatever you want, never have to stress about money or bills. Like, that's a reality that everyone can have. That's fucking exciting. Whether you have it or not right now. You know what I mean? Whether you have it or not right now, that's exciting. Let people know it. Let people see it, right? When you talk in voice messages, right, and they go, oh, like, this is going on. I hate my job. I don't want to do this. Dude, I hated my job too. I was working at a butcher shop making $10 an hour. It freaking sucked. But best part about it is I found this. I got a community of people that are always helping me. So even I got no results. So what job did you do?
I owned a small trucking company before this.
Before this, is that what you're doing still, or?
No, I've liquidated everything. I'm in this full.
Awesome. Well, there you go. Like, it's just like, okay, you know, like, whether you liked it or not, you talk about like, okay, I don't like my job, I don't like this. I hated it, right? So they say I hate their job, or I hate my hours, I hate this. I can relate. I hated mine too, and it sucked. And that's why I'm so pumped to not be doing now. I can be like, I'm not doing it anymore, and I finally can focus on building a business and can able to go and do this stuff, and I can create a life where I'm able to go out and travel and go out and do all these things, and that's something that I'm really excited about. You know what I mean? Like, when you're not excited and you go, because voice messages are great used the right way. Again, it's just like selling, like getting in a conversation with someone is great if you know how to do it, or it's the worst thing ever if you don't know how to do it. Voice messages are great if you know how to use it. They're the worst if you don't know how to use it. Because if you're going on there and you're like, I'm not saying this is you, I'm just using that example. It's like, hey man, yeah, we got the webinar and like it's on at this time and like you can watch it or do this. I'm not saying it's you, but it's like, versus, dude, I have the perfect solution for you. I actually have a replay that you can check out right now. Do you have time to check it out now? Yeah, right? Or when do you have time to check it out? I can send it over to you right now. Do you want me to send it over to you? Yeah. Dude, you're going to love this. Tell me what your favorite part about this is, because this is literally creating more success stories than I've ever seen, ever. Check it out. Let me know what your favorite part is, and I'm super pumped to help you crush your goals this year, dude. Right? And even I always future pace it as like, can't wait to help you crush your goals. So they're already in like the future pace of intention of like, oh, dude, I'm going to crush my goals this year. I'm going to do this stuff, right? Well, if you're going to crush your goals, what would you have to do? You'd have to join. You know what I mean? And it's like kind of future pacing to there. Let's see, I didn't realize that all these questions are coming through. Does that make sense to a lot of you guys here too? And let me know if I need to clarify on anything, because I don't want any of you guys being confused, or I don't want to create confusion at all. And if there is anything that you need me to clarify, like, let me know now so I can clarify that. Okay, cool. Here's a good question. What do you say when they insist that they have no extra money, like none? Don't think that's true. But what is your approach to that specifically when someone won't admit that they could cut the fat? Cool. This is a great question, because a lot of people will say this. A lot of people want to say that they don't have extra money. Some people legitimately don't. Most of people are full of shit. Just being real. And so basically when I get that, it's like, okay, so, you know, I don't have any extra money. I can't afford my growth. I can't afford this. I can't do anything. How am I supposed to do that? Well, do you want to continue living your life in a situation where you can't afford to do things? No. Or yeah, I do. You know what I mean? Like, no. Well, okay, then if you want different results, you got to start taking different actions. So if you want to stop living in that way of you have no extra money, so you can't take advantage of opportunities, or you can't go on trips, or you can't do these things, you got to start taking different actions. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like it's like if you really want something bad enough, you find a way. And so when you're saying that I have no money, again, you ask them the question of what's going on in your life right now that has you wanting to start an online business. And, well, I have no money, I'm broke, I need money. Awesome, right? Now we found a solution for you, and you're like, oh, I don't have any money, I can't get started. Okay, so you just told me you don't have money, you want to be able to make more money, and I gave you a solution, and you just came up with excuses. Do you want to create success and create more money, or do you want to create excuses? Well, I want to create success and create more money. Okay, so right now, you need more money. You don't have extra money. So there's a couple different ways. What I would do is right now go write down 20 ways I can come up with the money to fund my business. And I would use this all the time. 20 ways I can come up with the funds to start my business. And whether it's working an extra shift, getting an extra part-time job, it could be cutting the fat, like you said, Brittany. So it could be, you know, making a list of my needs and my wants that I'm spending on monthly and getting rid of all the wants and only spending money on needs and freeing up an extra $100, $200 or whatever that may be, right? Another one is like the Bugatti one, right? Where you talk about like a $300,000 car, right? And you go, okay, well, what about this? Like I say, for example, like I had a $300,000 car, a Bugatti, right? Are you familiar with that? No. Okay, you know Bentley? No. You know Lambo? Yeah. Okay. $300,000 car. I got one, right? But I'm going to be moving out of town, and so I'm not going to be able to take it with me. If you just got 50 grand, I'll just give it to you for 50 grand. It's worth 300. Are you going to come up with the money? They're like, yeah. Well, why would you come up with the money, $50,000, which is way more than the money to start here, to go get a car, which is 300 grand, when I'm telling you that I can provide something that's way cheaper that can potentially transform your life forever and create an income for the rest of your life? You know what I mean? It's like a completely different thing. It's like, why are you willing to do that for that? It's like you don't they're not associating the value to it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, there's the same thing. It's like, if I told you that your favorite band was coming in this weekend, and if you got $500 by tomorrow, you got to go to VIP with them, have dinner with them, go out and party with them after the show. It was going to be the most crazy experience ever. Would you do it? And they always say, yeah. You know what I mean? So it's not that you don't have money. It's that you're not, you know what I mean? You're not willing to do whatever. So don't make the excuse that you don't have money, right? You just don't really want to create a life like that. No, I do. I do want to create the life. You don't. You just told me that you didn't have the money, but yet when I said you could buy a Lambo for 50 grand, or that you could go see your favorite band, all of a sudden you had the money. So you don't want it bad enough, because when you want it bad enough, you find a way, just like you found a way for the VIP ticket, or you found a way to get the car. Right? When you want something bad enough, you find a way. If not, you find an excuse. Right? There's a lot of people that'll say that. Yes, if they're ready to. Sorry, I'm trying to see if there's any other questions in here. Let me know if that makes sense, guys. The realization that I need to be tougher is gold. Thanks, Jay. Guys, I struggle with this all the fucking time. Don't get me, like, being the tougher part. Like Brian Hodgson, for those of you guys that know him, very blunt. He does not tell you what you want to hear. Tells you what you need to hear, which is a great fucking thing. I have a hard time doing that sometimes, because it's like, I want to be like, tell you what you need to really hear, but I don't want to hurt your feelings, and like, I don't, you know what I mean? So it's like, I battle with that a lot. All you have to realize is that you're not serving them by babying them or enabling them. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to tell them what they need to hear. You're a mentor. So it's like, hey, if you need to say this too, and I would have to say this sometimes when I first started doing it, it's like, hey, you know what? As a mentor, I'm here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And so sometimes it might be something that, you know, might not be that. I'm just telling you what you need to hear and what you need to be able to do. And that's something that I would say sometimes to go over. If they watch a webinar since, ask them what they want to start and how much effort they're willing to put in, so they would tell you. Remember from the webinar, they're really ready. If yes, explain to them that they were first. The training is scheduled. The coaching calls to find the best strategy that fit to them. The system is $99 a month. Are you ready to start? Then check out link. Awesome. So some of you guys saw that already. From Matthew Tremblay. I don't know if I'm going too far back. This meeting has just changed a lot in my mindset. Awesome, Dylan. Glad you got it. You're all leaders. Lead from a position of strength. Absolutely. Don't ever convince people. You're not in the business of convincing. And if you convince someone to join, congratulations, you make $30, and now you have to spend so much money. That $30, right? Now you're going to spend 10 hours or more, right? Convincing them to work, convincing them to do their fan page, convincing them to do this stuff. So, and then convincing them to maybe like everything. You're going to spend so much time, effort, and energy by doing that, and versus just going like, you're not in the business of convincing people. Don't ever, like, as soon as you do that, it just creates so much problems when you're convincing them, right? They should sell you on why you should let them work with you, right? Why? Or is this a question? Why can't you tell me about the product, Darren? Or are you actually asking me that? I don't know. Yes. Okay. So why can't you tell me about the product? Oh, these juices are great, by the way. Happy Planet. I don't know if you guys got those. They're freaking awesome. Okay. So why can't you tell me about the product? Be like, okay, well, really what we do, like one of our main things is we teach people how to not only find products and services that convert in the marketplace, but how to find an audience that matches up with them. All right. If we just going telling everyone everything, then why would you know what I mean? Like we're going to give everyone everything there. It's like the thing is that they're really, when you get down to it, the compliance issue too, you can bring up as well. Is like in under compliance, like we can, like there's certain companies that we aren't able to go out and do that, but in the coaching process, you're going to figure out exactly what different packages you can do if you want to, or you can just do the $99 a month and get started there and do that, right? But it's like, why can't you tell me about the product? It's like, if you want to see what we're doing and how you're doing it and how we're doing it, you got to join the community. You know what I mean? You got to be able to jump in and go through the coaching process, get everything done, right? Because then it's explained in a way, like the coaching process, again, is just specifically engineered in a way so that they go from not knowing anything about the product at all to, at the end, not being like, am I going to buy or not? It's like, what package am I going to get? Or am I going to do financing or not? You know what I mean? Especially with financing and stuff, right? Coconut one is awesome. It is really good. Dude, I'm so pumped for Orlando. This is going to be so much fun. This will be really cool, and this is a lot of the stuff too. When we go to when we're in Orlando and we're all chatting together and stuff like that, like this is where it's cool too, because like we'll be having a little conversation like this, but we'll all be on the couch or whatever, doing whatever, and you're going to get into like a lot of different other conversations like this that'll be able to help. And hopefully, like, have you guys got value already so far from any of the stuff said today? Let me know in the comment section. Yes. If you guys got some value from tonight, right? I cannot physically give you as much value as we're going to give you in Orlando on a webinar. Like I can say as much as I want to say, but you're not going to get as much. Like when you show up and you guys are there in Orlando, and for those guys like Jason McClure, you already know you were in Vegas. You know, Kimberly, Amber, all you guys that were in Vegas, you guys were all there. You know what I mean? Like you guys know what it's like to be there, and it's like all of a sudden that level of belief is a lot different, and all of a sudden. Corey, now when you go in, like when you get to an event, and like we'll probably have a conversation about this again there, maybe, you know what, probably by then you won't even have this objection anymore, and it'll be funny, and they'll be like, remember when I was there? But you know why you go through these things, right? Remember how we were talking yesterday a bit? I don't know if you were here yesterday. Were you on the web? Yeah. So remember we talk about like everything in your life happens to serve you, right? So what happens with you join the business? It just cranks right away, you make sales right away, it just, everything's working fucking perfectly, and then a brand new member comes to you and goes, hey, I can't get my ads to convert, none of this is working, or I'm getting people to come, I can't get them to buy. You can't teach them anything. You don't know, it just worked for you. You're like, I don't know, it just worked. You know, right? Steve
King, when he took off, that was me. I was like, what are you doing? What tell me, what are you doing? And he's like, I don't know. He says, I just created an ad and I don't know what I'm doing, man. I don't even look at it half the time. And I'm like, and I'm just like 24/7, like,
You're right. It's all like everything happens. The reason why you're going through this struggle is one, you're going to develop a really good, you're going to develop a way to effectively communicate really well. You're going through that many calls over and over and over again. You're going to get really good at communicating, right? And you're going to get really good at that. And not only is that skill now, like you had to do this so that you could develop that skill. That skill is going to help you whether you stay with GAZ or whether you go and start another business or whether you do whatever. That skill now is going to help you in all of those other areas. And it had to happen this way for you to develop that skill, because somewhere in your life you're going to need that skill more. It's going to help you a lot here, but it's going to help you somewhere else probably too as well, right? So just embracing that and always looking at it as like you're just being challenged. It's like I don't know, we're just trying to see if Corey really wants it, right? And if he gives up, we knew he didn't want it. But if you stick it out, now you're like, fuck with me, come at me, you know what I mean? Like, what do you got? Throw anything at me, and I know if I can get over this, I can get over that, I can get over this, I can get over anything. Your belief goes through the roof, and nothing can touch you. You're unfuckable. You know, like I saw someone else post it. One of the girls posted it. I love that quote. It's awesome. Every part of these webinars, tons of value. Awesome. I agree with that. Everything happens for a reason. The universe is making sure you're ready for all the success is on its way. Absolutely. All right. Everything. Like all the struggles you guys are going through, you're going through that because once you get over that, now you're an expert. You're going to go from struggling on how to close the sale, but because you struggled so much, you had to put a lot of time, effort, and energy on developing that skill and how you do it and the framing. Now you're all of a sudden you're an expert, but if you didn't have to go through that struggle, you would have never learned that skill set because you wouldn't have had to. Look at Steve King. He's never had to close a sale ever. But he's crushing it. And a lot of we talked about why Steve, he's been giving and giving and giving and giving forever for the last while, foster children, taking care of, volunteer work, all this stuff. It's, again, just kind of proving that, like, what you give out comes back tenfold, really, a lot of the times. So you don't bring up the product at all. What do you tell them about GAZ then? Doesn't hiding info with the products raise some flags? No. Why? You know what I mean? Like, I think it raises flags if you think it's going to raise flags. I'm just like, I don't bring up the product ever. You know what I mean? Unless I'm talking to someone just about the product. You know what I mean? Like I've talked to like friends or family members, and like I'm just literally like I'm not talking to them about joining GAZ. I'm just talking about the product. Like I do that, and you can talk with them like if it's just GAZ is just like, what do I tell them about GAZ then? I tell them that we created, well, it's different for me, I'm saying that, but it's like there's a system. GAZ is a system that has automated 90% of the sales process to help people be able to go and earn a full-time income online. They've created training, coaching process, all this stuff. They've mapped out everything so that instead of you having to do everything that's involved in running an online business, right? The only reason that they ask that question is like, what do I tell them about GAZ then? Pretty much everything's in that webinar, so I never even have to, as I'm saying this, I never even have to say this, because if they ask me what GAZ is, I'm sending them to a webinar, right, to be able to explain that. But it's like, if someone asks me what that is, it's a system and training platform that allows people to get in with zero experience whatsoever and be able to leverage what we put in place so that they can follow through our basic click-by-click training to set up ads. Their entire sales funnel is built for them so that emails are captured for them, they're being mailed for them, they're showed up to a webinar for them, the webinars are done for them, all that stuff's done, right? And that's why so many brand new people are creating success, because there's a system like GAZ that automates 90% of that process, right? What is the product on the other end? Well, if you join GAZ, we'll let you know all the offers that we're partnered with, and you'll be able to go through and see all of that. It's actually in the coaching process. You'll be able to decide what you want to be able to do, right? You can start with just $99 a month and just market that and earn 30% commission. You can buy any product. Like there's other income profit maximizers inside that you're able to earn more commissions from, right? Can you say that in a video ad? Say what in a video ad? I don't know what it's amazing how confusing this seems and how simple you make it. It's the only reason it seems confusing, right? Is a lot of you guys just you've never done it. It's like if you went and you were just like, you got on a webinar with people teaching you about plumbing and they started talking about, I don't know anything about plumbing, so I can't even give you an example, but they started talking about like the angles of the pipes that had to be at for the water to go. You'd be like, this is confusing as shit, and you make it sound so easy. No, it's just because I've done it longer. That's it. I'm not smarter. I'm not better. I've just done this for 3 years longer than a lot of you. That's it. If you did it for the same amount of time, but the same amount of time, effort, and energy as I did, it would be just as easy for you. Right? So you just sell people in the front end of GAZ and upsell basically on edge products, but they're essentially hidden upsell. Any upsell is you're saying it's a hidden upsell. It's an upsell, just like anything. So it's just like I sell them on GAZ. The reason why they're joining is not because of a magic, right? A lot of the times they're joining because they have a system put in place, right? 90% of the industry, they're doing house parties and three-way calls and all this crap. You know what I mean? No one wants to do that, right? The reason why people are joining is for a system that automates a lot of the process, right? That's what I'm selling on the front. The results, lifestyle stuff that you're able to create, like all that comes from GAZ. If we don't have GAZ, no one's making any of that unless you're going to house parties and three-way calls and doing all that crap. The valuable part is the marketing material, the webinars, the sales funnels, the processes, the training, the stuff like that. That's what I'm selling, right? That's all. Like that's all you need to worry about, really. Sorry.
Yeah. So I just actually want to bring something up. So I don't know this. I'm going back to like last week's Tuesday Tech Talk because I noticed that Wednesday something happened, or I think you guys were on a flight or something.
Yeah.
But last week's Tuesday Tech Talk, I noticed that you guys said, go if you want to find a really easy way to figure out like what everybody or what's a lot of people are figuring out is working, is going into the actual ads that you have on Facebook that you're seeing and then clicking on why am I seeing this? Yep. And I started doing that, and I'm noticing that a lot of them are saying like they're targeting people who are people who are related to their customers.
Yep.
And I'm just wondering like how does that work? Like I've looked into a little bit of the ad stuff, and I'm not seeing that option to select of people who are related to their customers.
So when they have people, what they are doing in there is they're either using a custom audience or a lookalike audience. And so what you do in there, and this is something that gets to be a bit more advanced, and so I don't want to confuse the shit out of a bunch of people here. This is stuff that like we'll probably end up putting in a training as like when you get a certain amount of sales or something, then we unlock this. Because if you give it to a brand new person, you start talking about custom audiences and lookalike audiences, they're gone. You know what I mean? Essentially what a custom audience is so say for example, that person, that ad that you watched, they have their own product and they're selling their products. They have a list of those people that bought that product from them, right? 1,000 people. They take that list, they upload that into Facebook. That's now a custom audience they could target. Now, if they're selling their product again, they're not going to want to send their ad out to those 1,000 people that bought their product. It doesn't make sense. They already bought it, right? So what you can do is create what's called a lookalike audience. And what that does is based on 2,000 different data points, which is Facebook's kind of whether pages you like or actions you take, stuff that you do. So 2,000 different actions and data points. They find similarities, people that have similarities of those 1,000 buyers. So now you have 2 million people that share similarities to those 1,000 buyers that they have. So one way you can do that is with your leads lists, right? You can be taking your leads that are you're exporting them, I'm hoping at least, and if not, you can at any point in time export your leads, right? Export that list, and you can upload that as a custom audience inside of Facebook, right? These are now leads. You know that they're leads. You're not going to market to, like, you could even market to them, right? But you're going to have some people that are in there and bought. You don't know which ones are which, right? You could market to them. What you could do, though, is take now that lead list of 500. I think it has to be over 100. As long as it's over 100, you can import it. You put that in there, and then you can create a lookalike audience, and based on 2,000 data points, which opting in on a page or clicking on an ad link or whatever, like that's one of the data points they'll look at, right? And they'll craft out a 2 million person audience that are similar to those 1,000 leads. And you could then target them. I don't want to, hopefully I'm not I don't want to go above and beyond. Like for those of you guys that are brand new, that are just starting to run ads, like that's something later on down the road we can go and show you guys. But like it's definitely something that. How many leads you got, Ethan?
So right now, 1 second, let me pull it up here.
I'm gonna be shooting a lot of like, I don't know if you guys can see this. I just got a crazy like 8-foot tall whiteboard. That's like the biggest thing you've ever seen in your life. And so I'm gonna be shooting a lot of different things. Retargeting can be one, or retargeting is another conversation. Custom audiences and lookalike audiences is something that I would highly recommend once you get to the point of you got your ads down. This is the thing, is like the reason why we only give you guys like one thing. Run this ad. So that it's not like as soon as we give you so many different options, you're like, well, what do I do? Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I do this? No, just do this, right? Once you get that down, like you're getting 50-cent leads, and if you got over 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, right? Export the leads, right? Import them as a custom audience, and you can make a lookalike audience on that. And I can shoot something on that. Not able to access GAZ page. I have no idea why it's showing up on my devices anymore. I've only been a member 16 days, so I'm baffled. Joby, not able to access page. What? What is he posting here? What is this? You should be able to get in. Why aren't you in there? Maybe we'll let us know. Can someone maybe help Julian? You want to help, or someone want to help him get? Were you in the group already and you just couldn't get in now?
Yeah, if you could write your email, username, and your full name there, I'll ask Eric. One of the guys is saying he can't get access.
Yeah, but to the page though. Are you talking about the group? What? He's trying to post his video. Maybe it's just. Yeah, we'll just get you into the Joby King. Are you in the Facebook group? We'll get you in there, dude. I don't know why it wouldn't have you in there. Let me check here. Global. All right. So while we're doing that, so that could be one thing. So when you guys are looking at that, and I would just strongly encourage you guys too, guys, when you guys are seeing ads in your guys' timeline, do that. Click on the little arrow in the top right. You click on it, and you can go, why am I seeing this post? And it'll tell you who they're targeting. Sometimes it'll say that it's based on an audience similar to their customers, right? But a lot of other times it'll be like they're targeting people in Canada and the U.S. from ages 23 to 40 that like football or whatever. You know what I mean? It'll give you everything that's in there. A lot of the times it's just a custom audience. They can't do anything because they don't know. It's not their audience. But pretty much all the other times that they're not doing custom audience or anything, they'll be able to do that. Let me see. Yeah, I can't see you in the group at all. You got their email. You got his email, Jules? We'll shoot you an email. We'll get you in there, dude. I'll save this. And we'll save your video here too, dude. Let me just pull this up. New chat. Nope. Okay, got this up. I'll send an email after this. Okay, boss? I did like 15 in a row within 5 minutes. Sorry. Don't do what I did. Go down your timeline and do why am I seeing this on every sponsor post you see? You'll get a temporary ban from using the feature. Really? I didn't know that. I haven't used it enough to get temporarily banned. I didn't know. Awesome. All right, guys. So that being said, oh, damn. Is it 3 hours? Did we go 3 hours again? Holy Jesus. I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. Awesome, guys. Well, hey, make sure that you guys go and thank Corey for popping out, sharing, asking some awesome questions. Make sure you guys thank Daniel, Ethan, Rob, Julian. Thank all these guys for popping out. They're taking the time to come out. Like, none of these guys have to be here. They're coming, taking time out of their day to be able to help out and provide some value for you guys, which is awesome, and asking questions and stuff. So make sure you send some gratitude their way. Appreciate them. And guys, thank you guys so much for popping out. Thank you, Corey, for all the questions and stuff. Hopefully you got some value and some stuff that you're able to implement there to help out.
It was awesome. Thank you, Matt and Julian, all you guys. I appreciate it so much. It's going to help out tremendously. So be on the lookout. It's coming.
Awesome, dude. Super pumped. I'm super pumped to see all of you guys in Orlando soon. This is going to be one of the best.
Super pumped.
It's going to be the best event. I love it. Super grateful for all of you guys. Love and appreciate every single one of you. And we will see you guys probably on a Go Live tomorrow or wherever. And we'll see you guys on the next Webby, guys. Oh, we'll stop the recording. Love and appreciate you guys. And we'll see you guys on the next one.